Hello Rory, we got the transmission out of your GMC van. This is what it looks like when it's all apart. I'll go over some things we found with you on the inside of the transmission, and Eric, our man, will contact you with the cost estimates. To start with the pan, if you look at the material in the pan, you can see all this black stuff here. That's all clutch material, so we know that there's a clutch failure, which was, we knew that before we took the pan down, of course. And there's some material on the magnet that's going to collect some metal fragments, but that's about twice as much as what we expect. The pump itself, it looked okay, so there's our pump gears. They're going to sit inside this pocket. We have to clean it and check the clearances, but right now it looks okay, and that's the pump cover to go with. The overdrive planetary, it looks okay. Same thing, we got to clean everything up still, of course. The low reverse band, right where my thumb is here, it looks like a rough surface, and what's happened is the paper lining is worn away, so it's paper thin down on the end, so that band is no good. It's going to have to be replaced. The intermediate clutch, this comes on for second gear. We have some slight discoloration and some slight overheating on the steel plate. The forward clutch drum, there's a bushing inside here that this overdrive planetary goes into, and that bushing will cause the shafts to be out of alignment, and so that sits in there like that. And the movement we have back and forth like this on this planetary is going to be because of this bushing being no good here, so we're going to have to replace that bushing. Our center shaft bushings, so there's a bushing here and a bushing here. Those sit down on this shaft like that, and those bushings are worn out as well. We're going to have to address that. The overdrive clutches, if we look at the teeth down where my finger is here, you can see how wide the tooth is supposed to be. But when we look at these ones, you can see how half of the tooth is actually worn away. So they kind of look like shark's teeth almost. About 50% of the tooth is actually worn away. So those clutches are no good. This one's our overrun clutch. It actually was okay. There's no real slippage there. The holdback band for second gear, it has a little bit of discoloration, but really not that bad. Just a tiny bit of slippage, probably from the filter plugging. This is our forward clutch here. The clutch plates themselves look worn, but not really a burn situation. So we'll end up replacing the frictions, but the steels are okay. Our sun gear looks okay. This is our front planetary, it looks okay. The one-way clutch here looks okay. The rear planetary, it looks fine as well. When we get to the direct clutch, this comes on for third and reverse, then we see where all the damage is. So you see there's no lining left on that friction at all. That friction is the exact same friction as that, so you can see what the difference between what they look like. So when the lining came all the way off, some of that metal is what we're going to see on top of the magnet inside that pan. So this clutch has failed terribly, of course, and the pressure plate that goes with it is all damaged up as well. So that's going to be where the clutch material, and that's going to be where the metal came from. The torque converter had a signs of overheating on the cover, and inside the converter is going to be a paper line clutch like that. So we know that the torque converter clutch has been slipping as well, so we're going to have to replace the converter for that as well. So like I said, that's about what we found inside, and Eric or Amanda will contact you with the cost estimates. Thanks.